Okay. Hello, hello. I'm just trying to set the thing. And I got to share this on my page. I'm just making something to eat. Whoops. Whoa. Okay, that's done. All right, be right back. Okay, I just made, show you what I made. Well, I made some beets, and I love beets, and it's amazing how I forget sometimes to eat beets, and they're so healthy for us. So I sauteed them, and I'll show you the way I do them. Anyways, I also made some of my wraps, my buckwheat rice flour wraps. I love having these made, and I'm going to stuff them with arugula from the farmer's market, from fresh sprouts, and maybe some avocado, and a raw pate that I made earlier. So love them. And I'm also making some broccoli. A huge thing of broccoli. So what I'm going to do is shut that off. I like kind of blanching the broccoli and then keeping it so that I can use it cold. And the beets too. I cook the beets and then I'm going to use them cold in salads probably, right? All right. So what I was talking about, what I wanted to talk about was, got my hat on and I got a bit of a sinus thing going on. It's horrible. I got an appointment at a naturopath, and that's what I'm going to get taken care of because it's been too long. So, what I want to talk about is, like, you know how we always want something, right? So, for women who contact me, usually it's they want to lose weight because they've gained weight around the midsection. Hello, looks like Tammy. Gained weight around the midsection, and often that's where the focus is. Even, you know, there could be a lot of other symptoms going on. I know during midlife there's a lot of emotional things that go on too. So a lot of emotional up and downs. And maybe you don't even realize what can go on at that time too, right? With the forgetfulness, the brain fog, the over-emotional. So it's like going through adolescence. So if you had a teenage daughter or you were a teenage girl at one time too, then you will know that's kind of what you can go through. Now, there's a couple things going on here, your hormones. Now, your adrenal glands can produce all the hormones. So when your ovaries produce less estrogen, less hormones, then they require your adrenal glands to do the job. But if you are stressed out, which all women are now, they're all, even me, I have to say I'm starting to get a little too stressed, a little too getting into adrenal fatigue. Then what happens is your adrenal glands cannot do the job. So therefore your hormone production is being like really limited. And then therefore you have more symptoms. And what produces the fat is your fat produces hormones. So your body puts on fat in the midsection, right? So that's a big thing about this time of life. So what I always say you need to focus on, right, are three things. Basically the food. You need to know you're eating the right food for you at this phase of life. And that is different than you ate in your 20s, 30s, and early 40s, right? Maybe not a lot different, but oh my God, every time I talk to a woman, every single time, I see exactly what it is that she's not quite doing right in the food. It's not a huge change. It's not something, well, all these weird things you've never heard of before. It's just an adjustment that needs to be made. And yeah, so that's food, one, eating the right foods for you at this phase of your life. Hello, thanks guys for jumping on. All right, so I was just talking about how, you know we need to do something and you want something, like, well, often it's to lose the weight, as well as all the other weird symptoms that are going on, right? But are you doing what it takes? So I was just saying that the three things that you really need to focus on are the food, number one. Number two, stress, not in any order. One and two, stress and food are pretty much tied. And then the third one is your mindset, or the way you think, your thoughts, your beliefs, and all those that are really behind it. And our subconscious beliefs really drive us, right? They really direct us. They take over the show, but they don't have to. The thing is that we allow all of this to go on, to be directed, because we're not taking time to be really conscious during the day about what we think, about taking time, purposely time throughout our day to actually decrease some of the stress in your life. These little techniques and tools that you can use to actually calm yourself down. that needs to be conscious at first, right? And then, let's say a morning ritual where you wake up and you spend that time calm, centered, so that you start your day more calm and centered, so that you can be more aware, right? So we got the food, which is like totally needs to be changed at this phase of life. The stress and the mindset. And you notice I didn't talk about exercise. And the reason why, well, there's a few things. One reason is that over-exercising will only cause the opposite effect, and you will gain weight. And the more I have been studying myself about this and listening to various doctors and stuff, that is absolutely confirmed. Okay, so that is confirmed. In midlife, if you are over-exercising, you will gain weight. You will not lose it. And it has to do with stress on the body. So one of the most important things is the stress, is you really seriously, and it doesn't have to be big. I think what people think is, I don't have time for like 5 yoga classes a week. I don't have time to do an hour of meditation every day. And that's what I want to say to you. It does not have to be that way. That is because you will never do it. If you see something as too big, too overwhelming, too much, then you won't do it, right? And so you want to start in simplified ways, right? You want to start in simple ways, just checking in 3 times a day or more and saying, how am I feeling right now? Am I like up here? Or am I grounded and feeling nice and centered? Very rare. Because you usually got to physically do that, right? And that can be done by taking some deep breaths, like inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth, and actually focusing on. And I like to sense like a big light coming through the center of my crown here and going down, down, down and connecting to the center of the planet, like right down. So that's grounding. You're rooting yourself. And that is a way to really help. Also, you can try as if you're breathing through your heart. So the focus is on the heart. Exhale and inhale. Right? And so really feeling parts of our body, that's another way to ground and connect to yourself. Now, when we don't take time to do that, you tend to live up here in these worry thoughts and these stressful thoughts and go. I got so many things to do. I'm never going to get them done. Oh my God, this is happening. What am I going to do about this? It's hopeless. It's helpless. And so then so much for women, we tend to go to food, right? We tend to go to something that gives us comfort and control. We get this false sense of control with our food. So we say, oh, I'm just going to eat this. This is going to make me feel good. Because you know that at that moment, that food is going to make you feel good. It's going to actually help to ground you, especially if it's something heavy and starchy. It's a physical sensation grounding you. It's heavy, it's starchy, right? So you're kind of craving that grounding, that heaviness. And when you're all in your head and stressed, you're up here. It's too much up here. And also, sometimes what you are grabbing for in that particular food is something that was a memory from years ago in your childhood. Like, I'll use an example, bread. My mom always baked bread, and so after school I came home to smell of nice bread with butter. So good. Time with mom, right? Love. Also popcorn. Popcorn was something our family did every weekend, and it was a big event. We'd do something special, play games or something, and have popcorn, even until right before my dad died, we would do that, right? So it has a lot of sentimental feelings for me, and it's really grounding and makes me feel good. So just realizing that too, so that way you're attaching feelings to food when really food should not be attached to any feeling. So it's kind of this awareness, but it really involves taking steps and doing what it takes. So realizing, okay, I need to really pay attention to what I'm eating, and I do have a video on YouTube about what to eat first thing in the morning, what to eat and drink, so you can check that out. And then some stress reduction things throughout the day, checking in, or even taking yoga classes, highly recommend, of course. Not over-exercising, and really starting to read, do some self-help, do some self-development. Maybe there's some things in your life you're not happy with. What are you feeling out of control in? What do you feel like you are powerless over? Are there situations in your life where you are like in a state of feeling stuck or feeling like you can't control something? Because that way we tend to go to food too. Are you bored? Are you feeling unfulfilled? Right? So there's all these different aspects that would make us go to food for some sort of comfort, and also for control, but it ends up controlling us, right? For control. So there's all these things going on in the background. But I just wanted to kind of mention those things, that it's like, it takes you to actually physically do those things, to actually work on them, to have conscious effort and say, I'm going to find out what I need to do. I'm going to do what it takes. And then I will see shifts, right? And also remember, the focus should not be on weight, because you don't want your focus to be on something you don't want to expand. So when you're thinking, weight loss, I need to lose this weight, right? The problem is the more your focus is on weight, the more that will probably grow, right? So you need to put the focus on health. You need to put the focus on how you are living your life. I'm choosing to live in this way. I'm choosing to be healthy. I'm choosing to wake up and feel amazing. I'm choosing to have energy. I'm choosing all of that type of stuff. Put your focus on what you want and what you desire, not what you don't want. Even if it's in what you are experiencing right this minute is not what you want, take the focus away from it. Now start to talk about what you do desire, but in a way that you feel it's possible, right? So really getting into the mindset of, I can do this. I will do this. This is going to happen. It's done. All right. Well, I hope that helps. And of course, if you are most people need help, you guys. You rarely can help yourself, right? That's just the truth. Can't see your own shit, right? So feel free to contact me at dianamarchand.com. And if you're interested in coaching and programs, that's exactly what I work through with women, and I can help you too. So it's up to you. Whatever you do, just please take action. Please do some of the steps that are required. Know that it's possible. You can do it, and be in a positive mindset. It's like an adventure. You'll figure it out. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.